Kendrick is getting really close to the GOAT, y'all. He getting really close for that to me. And this album, as good as it is, it feels like he just dropped it on some humbug shit. Like here, like he didn't even have the features listed till 2 days after it dropped. It dropped at like 9:30 a.m. West Coast time. Niggas eating lunch in New York. Fuck numbers, all that shit, nigga. It ain't got no rollout.
Before a holiday week off.
Right, right. Even other shit he had would have like at least merch. Ain't no merch, nothing attached to it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna name this bitch after old school and throw this out for the. That's a real nigga move, bro. And only a person at a particular level could do that and change niggas' days. He dropped this album and niggas' days changed. The weekend is different now. Okay, Kendrick dropped. I went to the barbershop on Friday. And I was walking in and my nigga was playing Larry June, my barber. I thought, and the niggas was in there, he was playing Larry June. And nobody knew Kendrick had dropped yet. I'm like, yo, y'all know Kendrick dropped, right? Nigga, I'm talking about something. Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, nigga? I gotta see some real LA niggas. They in Inglewood, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, real LA niggas here for the first time and see how spiritual that motherfucking album was for them, bro. These niggas might as well have been in church, dog. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I love the album. I love what it did for the folks out here in LA. You know what I'm saying? I love what it said for them. It's a beautiful piece of work for something that I feel like he just dropped that motherfucker on some like, fuck it. You know what I mean? Let's drop this motherfucking 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Good fuck? Crazy.
Tyler, do you want to address John's statement about Kendrick's proximity to GOAT status?
I'm super high on Kendrick, bro. And I've been here for years. This isn't some prisoner of the moment shit just because of this incredible 2024 he's had. But yeah, I've got a few quote unquote hash mark takes about Kendrick. I think he has the best discography of any West Coast rapper ever. I think he's flat out the best rapper to ever come from the West Coast. If we're talking straight up lyricism, I don't think anyone's touching him in that realm. And Kendrick's one of those, like, I've got like a handful of rappers who I've listened to, and I'm like, when this guy is at his peak, I think he might be the best rapper ever for the verse or so that I'm listening to him. And Kendrick's one of them, right? Like, I think it's Kendrick, like that second verse on Fear, bro, who has ever rapped better than that? Who has ever fucking rapped better than that? Then another guy who I have on that tier is Black Thought, like that Funk Flex freestyle. Mm-hmm. Who the fuck has ever rapped better than that? 3000 is in that category for me. Like the part on Equipment on the title track on that, when the beat comes back and he kills that shit. Who has ever rapped better than that? And I would think the other one who like raps out this is for me is Lupe. Like, you listen to Mural, went in for fucking 8 minutes, like. And Kendrick is on that tier for me. Like I said, when he's one of those guys who, when I listen to him really be on his shit, really black out, I'm like, I don't know if anyone has ever flat out been a better rapper than this dude.
And then he has a superstar shit. Like, some of them people that had a superstar quality. Like, he got that superstar quality. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just interesting. Like, none of his albums mimic the other. Like, there might be pieces of them. You know what I mean? But this every album he could have been a totally different rapper. You know what I'm saying? And they all fucking slap. Like, the last one was straight artsy. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight art. That shit could have been a fucking play, nigga.
Yeah.
The one before that, Damn, was like, I'm gonna show y'all I could be Drake if I wanted to, but I don't give a fuck about that type shit, nigga. I'm gonna make nothing but slaps on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And this joint right here, it's like, fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He starts off, nigga, he came as Snoop lightweight, not really, you feel me? And Snoop said, yeah, it was the edibles, my nigga. Like, you feel me? Like,
Snoop was just the most conflict averse chill dude.
But also, like, Snoop was we like for him.
I'm glad Kendrick called him out on that though, because that was some fuck shit Drake was on. It was some fuck shit,
but also he called Snoop out, and Snoop was the nigga that gave him the crown. You remember that moment? Yeah. I fucking cried watching that shit, nigga.
Dog, there's footage that dropped like this weekend of Snoop reasserting that Kendrick is the king of the coast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, Snoop ain't taking that. Snoop probably knows Snoop's wild shit.
A lightweight, when it Wayne took it too personal, bro. Because really all he said was whatever, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel some way about my hard work, I earned this shit. I love him standing on that, nigga. But he said he didn't really disrespect. He just said whatever, which niggas need to say whatever again. I love that, nigga. Whatever. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Feel how you feel, nigga. That ain't my motherfucking business. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, dog, there's something really special about this dude, like that it doesn't seem like you can just put it into words. And it is, man, you can you can just feel it in the fucking music. But gee, it's just crazy how every album's so different, but they all touch you, and they all touch you in different ways. But it's just special.
I think Tyler hit on something though that you clarified too, John, which is you would put him at the highest level of lyricism and art and everything else. And John, you're right. The other people you would really put up there with him, they weren't changing everything. They weren't the only thing the whole country was talking about for 3-4 days after they dropped an album. And he's done this incredible magic trick of, and when has this ever happened in music, that someone reaches superstar status without looking like they're going for it? Like Bob Dylan, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like, you know, even like the Sex Pistols or these counterculture figures, you could tell there was a like obsession with fame and status and stuff. And Kendrick has pulled this thing off where it's like he's doing the Super Bowl. He has the biggest album, he has the biggest song, and yet you don't feel like he compromised anything or even that he's all that excited about it. But he's managed to be the most famous guy and say he doesn't like literally only Drake likes being famous without sounding like a hypocrite. And that is such an impossible thing to pull off that we really like. I don't know how many people you could say have done that across genres in music history.
The nigga didn't put the biggest song on the album. That motherfucker changed. Like that was like a sonic. That was a fucking H-bomb. You know what I'm saying, of a fucking song, and he leaves it off this motherfucker. Like, not like who moves like that? Who has a song that's record breaking? And it's like, I'm leaving that over there, nigga. Didn't even mention the nigga's name in this shit. I think when he was trying to, he would always bleep the motherfucker out. Or Paul, you know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga's like, bruh, that dude is different, dog.
Well, I'll say this: not like us not being on the album gives credence to a theory that I'm buying that he's got another album coming.
This is a mixtape. A lot of people are saying it, and it makes sense to me. Go ahead.
And you know, of course, you know, I don't want to be the guy just going off vibes, but I feel like nowadays the way you distinguish a mixtape from an album is vibes, right? It's because, you know, it's not like what we would call a mixtape in 2002, where it's just rappers rapping on other rappers' beat, right? Quote unquote mixtapes today are all original production.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to have a feel like, okay, is he really going for the charts on this, or is he just rapping? And it feels like he's just really rapping on this shit. You know what I mean? It feels like this, like, you know, you mentioned how every album from him is different. It feels like every album kind of has an overarching theme. And it feels like the overarching theme on this album was just, y'all ain't fucking with me. I still got it, bro. I just need, you know, I'm going to empty this clip and I'm going to lock back in. That's what it felt like to me.
The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big by getting in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. All 30 teams, split into 6 groups, every Tuesday and Friday, playing for the right to advance in the single elimination in-season tourney, culminating in the NBA Cup championship in Vegas.
We all know the Lakers won it last year. It'll be interesting to see how they do this year under JJ Redick's tenure. First time gambling, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins.
Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.